Chelsea 3, Wolverhampton 0. Kai Havertz gets a looping header. Armando Broja gets his debut goal. And more importantly, Christian Pulisic shows he is an asset to Chelsea Football Club. Welcome to Chat and Breathe. You already know the deal. We cover the match, but in a different way. We go about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. Surprise, breaking news. There is nothing ugly about today's game. It was fantastic from Chelsea. From head to top, it was a great performance. It was a performance that I'm not going to lie to you, I haven't seen in a long time. Let's get into this video. So before we continue, if you're happy that Broja got his goal, hit the like button. If you're happy that Mason Mount balled out like an absolute legend today, because today, yeah, is the Mount I want to see. This is who you are. This is how you need to play from now on. You need to subscribe to this channel, and in the pinned comment is my Instagram if you want to go and send me a DM about how you enjoyed the game. Go and do that. It really goes a long way. Let's talk about the team news. Team news was very interesting. 7 changes, and these changes, in my opinion, were one too many. But little do I know, we absolutely smashed Wolves. But on another day, this could have been a massive problem. Pulisic started. We had Kai Havertz come back into the team. Trevor Chalobah started alongside Correa coming back in. Azpilicueta instead of James. It was so many changes, but it won us the 3 points. It was a convincing performance, arguably our best performance of the season. The performance might have been better than Milan the other day, but we are getting some momentum. So let's get into the positives. Let's start with the good. There are like 2 negatives about today's game. We'll talk about the bad after, but overall, this is going to be a great video. So kick back your legs, get some popcorn, tell me you love me, and come on you Blues. The good, number 1, we need to start with Christian Pulisic. This is the brother I want to see from now on. Christian Pulisic is amazing when he plays like this, and I've always said the guy's got so much potential, but I never see enough of it consistently. Today, even if Pulisic didn't score, I thought his performance was good. Aggressive, decisive, and demanding the ball. Yes, he had those stupid traits that he has where he just shies away from the game for 15 to 20 minutes and we don't see him and we forget that he exists. But overall, in my opinion, he was very good today. Especially in the last 20 minutes or 25 minutes of the first half, where he just picked up the ball and he was running at the defender, at the defender, at the defender. And there was one curler that I thought was going in and it didn't go in. But his goal was very nice. And I think the more opportunities we give him to run at individuals and link up and do that darting run, he loves to play that 1-2, the better he's going to be. Because that weight of pass to Mason Mount, Mount does a roulette pass, it's like a spin-a-rooney pass, and it goes to Pulisic. And the way he finishes it, the finish was of somebody that's been confident and believes in himself and has been feeling himself for a while, because that little chip was delicate, it was accurate, and it was precise, and it's something I love to see. Great for Christian Pulisic. Then we need to break down Mason Mount's performance. I think Mount, gets a lot of criticism from me, because Mount sometimes really frustrates me with his indecisiveness and lack of ability to create something. Mount had 32 passes in today's game, but today Mount got 2 open play assists, and more importantly, he was involved in the final third on a consistent basis. His first goal came from his determination to win the ball back, play a little 1-2, and then loop the ball beautifully onto Kai Havertz's head into a chipped goal. And the header from Kai was fantastic. We'll get onto that. But the second assist from Mason Mount was even better, because that second assist showed that little bit of ingenuity that we are lacking as a midfield to elaborate and make our forwards score. Well done, Mason Mount. This is who I want to see going forward, people. I am sick and tired of seeing players underperforming, and that goes for Pulisic, that goes for Mason Mount, and it goes for the next guy that I'm about to talk about, Mr. Kai Havertz. I think Kai was good today again. I think Kai's performance all round was very collected. Yes, he didn't get involved as much as I would like, as much as I believe Kai should have. He started at the 9 role, but Kai's goal today was magnificent, because it was one of a striker that is very confident with finishing with his head, and that's something we know Kai Havertz can do. Kai Havertz, on the other hand, had another opportunity where he was going through 1-1, he went for that chip and he choreographed it. The keeper knew he was going to attempt it, I knew he was going to attempt it, he knew he was going to attempt it, and he missed. And the reason he missed is because sometimes I think Kai just let your laces through. But all round, his performance today was very, very good. And that really impressed me. And why do I believe all of this was happening? Because another positive today was Graham Potter's tactics are coming into fruition. We were very energetic. We were fizzing the ball around. We were very audacious, and you could see it from numerous things. Number one was Cucurella's audacity to run with the ball, overlap the winger, and create overlaps to the point where we were going from a 3 to a 2, 3 to a 2, and that was really helping us. The midfield was very decisive and ran the game. A lot of people give Jorginho and Ruben and Kovacic a lot of stick, any combo that plays, but for me, they busted the game again. We were very dominant in the midfield, and it was very obvious how we were the better and the more superior team. If you look at the balls that Cucurella was threading through, they were very penetrative, and they were straight away going into the final third. There's a statistic that in the 4 games that Graham Potter was in charge, we've had 54 shots. 54 shots. This shows that we are direct, we are aggressive, and we are adamantly improving as a team. And if you look at what's happening from Graham Potter, he has rotated today, yet his tactics was still the same, yet the fruition was still there, and yet we saw the roots of his labor. And what else was very rewarding to see? The performance of Koulibaly and Trevor Chalobah. A lot of people have said this is Thiago Silva FC. Thiago Silva leaves this team and Chelsea will be shit. No, not today. Koulibaly showed why he is a brilliant defender. He led that back line like there was nothing else to lead. He was the best defender we could have signed at that moment in time. You look at Trevor Chalobah's performance, fantastic all round. If anything, I think Marco Correa was the weak link in that defense, and I will go on to talk about that. But the way Trevor played today as well, and Trevor is criminally underrated because his distribution is on point, his ability to read the game is very good, his recovery pace is even better, and what I love about Trevor Chalobah, he's comfortable on the ball. People say he looks clumsy. People always say, Alex, you're being very crediting to Trevor that he doesn't deserve. I think he's a wonderful defender. And I think Fofana getting injured now has really put the pressure on him, because I think Trevor Chalobah is going to be starting for Chelsea week in, week out, and this is his spot now till the end of the season. He's not going to lose it. I believe in him that much. And I think Fofana is going to be playing in the middle of the back three. Then finally, one last bit that I want to talk about, and that's the Armando Broja. Armando got exactly what he deserved, and this player is so techy. And what I love about him is his directness. The ball went through to him, and we all knew what Armando was going to do. He got the ball, slid it open, and curled it into the bottom net. That was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang prime version. That was the Arsenal Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. That was the Dortmund Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The finish was impeccable. That was something that Broja's going to be learning of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang for time to come. I hated that VAR checked it for so long. I was like, do not rule it out, because it's a wonderful goal. The kid's got talent. He needs to be patient, and he needs to be integrated in slowly. Chukwuemeka got on a debut. It was nice to see, and it tells me everything I need to know about Zakaria. He will not be a Chelsea player because Chukwuemeka is ahead of him. And that is the interesting point. Guys, you know I'm very fair, and I'm never going to lie to you guys on this channel, because I am a fan, and as a fan I believe I've got to run a channel. I need to have the due diligence to be honest with you. And there were 2 negatives in this game today that we need to take away, because it's constructive criticism, and we're here to make sure Chelsea have perfect performances and to break down the game in detail. Number 1, I believe Aspie playing is a hindrance to this. A lot of you are going to say Aspie's the captain, Alex, respect him. I respect that, but I also respect people knowing when it's time to leave. You come to my house for a party, after a while it's getting to 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. If you've been over since 1, maybe, big man, it's time for you to leave. I don't want to ask you to leave, but you need to leave. Unless you're family, you can stay till as long as you want, all right? But unless I'm having a late night party where it's till the morning, it's calm. Aspie needs to leave. Someone needs to tell him it's time to leave. He is not good enough for Chelsea Football Club. He is taking a spot of a youngster that could be playing. He's taking a spot of a squad player that could be playing. And this is a problem for me. We today really struggled down that right-hand side. And the reason we struggled, in my opinion, is because there was no help for Conor Gallagher, who was fantastic as well, by the way. It's really frustrating to see. I don't like it. Then the second one was we were getting in the second half a little bit too eager to open Wolves up. Cucurella can thread that ball through, and as much as this is his strength, he needs to know when to do it, because there were a few occasions where it was too choreographed, they broke on us, and we were giving Adama too much space. Cucurella needs to be tighter up on him, make sure that when he turns, you've got bodies around him. And the problem was we were leaving Cucurella with Adama, and Adama had so much space that it was frightening. And on the break a few times, a better team could have punished us, and we could have had another day in the office. That's all the negatives I'm going to talk about. Guys, this was the Kavkas View. I'm extremely proud of this team's performance. We've won 3 games on the bounce now. Palace, Milan, and the Wolves. We've got Milan again, and the real tests are coming up now, guys. We've won 2 back-to-back games in the Premier League in October. We need to go and win the next 4. They're all winnable games, and after that, we need to take a look at where we are in the league. I'm not saying we're in a title race, but we're not out of it yet, okay? We are not out of it. We need to do our jobs, close the gap, and all of a sudden, after 18 games, analyze where we are in the league. This was the Kavkas View. Hit the like button, stay positive, keep bleeding blue, and more importantly, come on you Blues. Mwah! Bye-bye, guys.